Welcome back, Age of Empires 4 fans. Today we have a casted game on the technical stress test between Gibberoni playing as the English blue up here on the northern side of the map versus Silas playing as the Abbasid Dynasty on the south side of the map. And I just got rushed by Silas in a game before this. So I'm curious to see if he's going to try to do something similar here with the Abbasid Dynasty. We'll just have to wait and see. Let's reveal the map here. Take a look what we got. Okay, so we've got 3 sacred sites here in the middle. As a reminder, if you capture the 3 sacred sites, a 10-minute timer counts down and you win the game, much like a wonder victory or what we know as a trade monopoly from Age of Empires 3. We also have some relics here in the middle of the map, kind of, and then it looks like both player has one kind of on their back pocket of their base. Looking at the layout of the map, we got wood pretty close here to Gibberoni's base. He's got a lot of wood available. He's got his gold down here, stone with some more gold mines, so resources generally close. He could drop a second town center if he wanted, either near these berry bushes or near this gold. Though, as the English... we'll see if he decides to go aggro here in Age 2, as we see out of so many of these English players. He has 2 villagers on gold right now and 7 villagers on food. And I would expect maybe the next ones will go to wood. Let's check in what's going on with Silas. He's already thrown down his House of Wisdom. He's got 8 villagers on food, 1 on gold. And he's got 3 now on wood. Now he is gathering from the berries. One benefit of the Abbasid civilization is they get I believe it's a 30% boost from gathering berries. It's either 30 or 40. I'll have chat fact check us up in the booth. And they have to build their House of Wisdom to age up. Now, if you're curious about how this House of Wisdom works, I have a whole guide of this in one of my other YouTube videos. Check out my AOE IV strategy guides. We go through everything about this House of Wisdom. But he's going to be researching likely the economic wing here going into the second age so he can get the fresh foodstuffs tech, which will reduce the cost of his villagers by 50%. Meanwhile, let's see how the scouting is going. That's how I do that. Okay, so Silas kind of just circled around his base and then went directly across. Of course, looking for those sheep that will follow your scout you bring back to the town center. Let's see what... and he did click up. He is now aging with, yes, as we expected, the economic wing. Meanwhile, let's see Gibberoni. He is putting down the council hall. Now, I'm changing out my headphones here, but we'll keep going. For the council hall for the English, it can be used to train longbows very, very quickly. And longbows are really good units for being super menacing in the second age. We'll see if he decides to play aggressively with this council hall, as many of the English players do. Now, Gibberoni does not have a whole lot of sheep. It does look like, I don't know if there was a steal there, but Silas has the lion's share of the sheep. He's got a few left there. And let's see if he decides to queue up some... Let's see. Oh, I guess we can't see it quite yet. Okay, yeah, he is. So he is training some longbows. This costs 40 food and 50 wood. So relatively a pretty cheap unit. And the fact that you could train them the second you reach the second age is what makes them so powerful. If you look at this, the Abbasid Dynasty is only about 75% teched up to the second age. So these longbows are going to be showing up, and he is going to not have any units. He's going to have to very quickly defend with his buildings, maybe get some units down to defend. We'll see how he decides to take on these longbows. One way you can do this is with your buildings. You can put some towers down. You can use town centers, etc. to take them on. But these longbows are certainly really powerful in the second age. We are live on Twitch, so if you are in the Twitch chat, say hello. Your chat will show up on screen. And if you're on YouTube watching this, make sure you head over to Twitch and check us out. We are currently waiting for our application for Twitch Partner to be approved, and hopefully it goes through. There we go. They're all saying hello. Let me know what you think about this casted game. This is only our, I think, our second Age of Empires 4 casted game. And there we go. Just like we thought he might, Silas has thrown down a second town center, which is I think certainly becoming the early meta for the Abbasid Dynasty to have 2 town centers right out of the gate. But even with that, we got the longbows taking some shots, but he's going to be able to get this town center up in good time. Those longbows are not going to do enough damage. He may pick off a villager. Let's see. I think that villager is going to go down and see if he pulls him out there. Is he training in? It doesn't look like he has any plan to build any military buildings at the moment. Just getting that second town center. And now he has 2 longbows. Yeah, the real issue shows up. Silas did a good job of getting that town center down really, really quickly. He needs to hop inside. There we go to get that fire on those longbows. Now, I would expect Gibberoni to pull these back. There we go. But yeah, the real issue is being able to get that town center down before those longbows arrive. So you have to can't really have any mistakes in your macro going into the second age. So now we have all these longbows coming across the map. Meanwhile, the British player behind here, sitting on 19 economic units versus Silas sitting on 24. Now, yes, he did research the house wisdom. He got his fresh foodstuffs, so his villagers now cost 50% less. Again, they get a buff from those berry bushes, so he secured the berry bushes and the gold mine. This is a very nice spawn for him, in fact. This doesn't always work out like this. Sometimes the berry bushes are separated from the gold, and he was able to put this town center right in between the gold and the berry bushes. So going to secure his resources for the time being. Now, I expect these longbows maybe to circle around that town center to take some shots, but they're not going to be able to do a whole lot of damage, most likely. With these villagers being so close to town center. He'd be most effective maybe down here on this wood line. Granted, if a tower doesn't go down or something else, but that's really deep into the enemy's base. Blacksmith going down. I would expect him maybe to get some armor against those archers. We'll see what he decides to go with force. The stable going down in the back. Now there we go. 2 villagers going down. So just like that, he lost, what, 1 longbow for 2 villagers? That's a great trade. And each one of those is setting the Abbasid economy back. Now, you would think cavalry should be a great counter to longbows, right? Well, you need a considerable number of these guys to be able to do some damage to those longbows, because once they get in a mass, they do pretty good. But actually, I think he'll be able to take this. Gibberoni did not have enough longbows, or rather, they're spread out across the map. And there we go. Making contact, he should be able to get a few of those longbows down. He does have 1 horseman go down. Doing a good job microing his troops around the side to make sure they are staying on top of them. And this is absolutely great. He's going to be able to hold this and should give him the leverage he needs to start raiding the English player and maybe picking off some of their villagers. There we go. All of those were cleaned up. Gibberoni's probably falling back with his longbows. That is correct. Let's see what tech Silas is getting at the armory. Nothing yet, but he is planning on it. He's currently housed, probably because he was busy microing his army. Let's see, going out on the raid. And Gibberoni doesn't really have a backup plan at the moment. That was his plan, I think. And now he's trying to throw down a barracks, but if he can't get the volume of spearmen out in time, it could be an issue fending off these raids, or certainly he could lose a few units here. Let's open the camera up here and see what we can see. There we go. Okay, so we got some villagers out here at the granary. He does not see them. He decides to go in, or maybe he does see them, trying to stop the barracks. Will he deny it? There we go. Wait. Oh my gosh. Absolutely huge, guys. Silas denies the barracks, does not go down. An interesting place to decide to place that building. And it's outside of the range of the town center fire, which he would want to use to defend. And I am not sure what he's going to be able to do to come back from this at this moment. So we've got horsemen taken out, denying this barracks. Where's any longbows? I think Silas has a few longbows. I'm sorry, not Silas, but Gibberoni. I thought I had a few longbows, but maybe they all died. It looks like perhaps they did all in fact die. And man, looking at his eco, he's got a lot of gold that he can't do anything with. He is putting a tower down to try to get some defenses up, but right now he's going to be on his back foot, just trying to hold on. Now, eco-wise, sitting on 24. Now, let's see if there's a tab for this up here. I don't know if there is. That's okay. Okay, let's watch what's going on here. Okay, we got horsemen charging on these villagers. Now, we got 2 very low HP ones going down to the town center. Not to mention, we got villagers garrisoned. Oh, that's where some of the longbows went. Garrison inside the tower. Those will do a decent amount of damage. Man, look at is that really the range? That's the line of sight, right? Yeah, okay. So he does have some lines right there, and it looks like GG is called. Silas is the victory. Is the victor. Hope you enjoyed this casted game, and I will see you guys in the next one.